Hey guys, it's Elias. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. As you can see, I'm standing in front of my wrecked Civic Type R, and I'm going to take you through exactly what kept me as a driver safe when I wrecked the Civic Type R against the wall. Now, if you didn't see the crash, I'll put a link up there so you guys can see the actual crash happening. It wasn't the easiest crash on any car, especially a small little sports car. You know, you'd expect me to be way more hurt than I got. Now, I was able to literally walk away from the crash. Almost no big deal at all. I had some bruising that were here because of the seat belt, and I had a small concussion from my head going forward. I had a helmet on. But I was okay. I literally walked away, and I was able to drive home that night, not in the Type R, but in the truck. And yeah, I wanted to take you guys through exactly what safety features this car has to make sure that its occupants are safe. And Honda does an incredible job of engineering. You guys know they do an incredible job of engineering their engines, their powertrains. Their reliability is really, really good. They also pay attention to things like emissions. I don't particularly like that because it makes it harder to race the cars, but they have to pay attention to that. So they do, and they do a really good job of it. And of course, safety. They have something called the ACE body structure. I'll show you guys what that kind of means. And it applies from all the cars to the Honda Fit, all the way up to the Honda Pilot, the Passport, and the minivan, so the Honda Odyssey. All of the vehicles extremely safe, and they hold up very well when you have an accident. The last thing you want is to get hurt when you have an accident, and especially if you have kids in the car or something like that. You want to know that everyone's safe. So let's take you through all the safety systems and why I think Honda builds a really good, safe car. Now, of course, it is unfortunate that I did have a crash with this beautiful Civic Type R, but I'm glad that I'm at least able to show you guys the guts and the glory of how this car keeps its occupants safe. And again, this applies to every Honda vehicle built today. So let's start here with this very strong support here. This is actually what is the bumper. So the bumper, there's a piece of plastic that sits on this, doesn't really do that much. This is what's going to keep you safe when you hit something pretty significant, and this ties back actually to the chassis. As you see right there, it bolts up to the chassis, and it bolts right up down there. Now I'm going to show you guys here a little zoom out, and you see everything here ties together with the chassis and keeps the occupants safe whenever you hit a tree or a wall or another car. The impact gets in here and it crumples that way in and around the vehicle. That's part of the ACE body structure. Since the fender of this car was completely torn off, I can show you guys part of what makes the ACE body structure so good. And you'll find this in every Honda vehicle, like I said, from the Fit to the Odyssey to the Pilot. So you see this frame right here, it dips down. And that's very important because it dips down and it's able to mate up to basically any other vehicle. Now you may think if a truck hits you, it's gonna hit you up here. Honda engineers have thought about that. This is still aimed down, so when it gets hit, it actually crumples down that way and uses all of this over here as a crumple zone. Again, directing all of the energy around the occupant. It's actually super smart and super genius that engineers were able to do that. It's super smart. And the other thing, as an SUV, you are higher. And like I said, you'll find this same ACE body structure in the Odyssey and in the Pilot. And when you're higher up there, Honda actually paid attention to make sure that if an SUV hits another Civic, let's say, the SUV is not impacting way up here. It's actually going to impact way down here. They all kind of made up to each other. Super smart engineering. I really think Honda did a really good job at that. If you see here, you'll see actual places where it's designed to crumple. So it'll hit, something will hit there, and this is designed to crumple. That's why you see these here. It'll crumple up in a certain direction to direct the impact away from the occupants inside, and it'll bring the impact right up through the frame. Really cool. So what I'm going to show you next is actually exactly where this wheel impacted the car, and I'm going to show you, it's extremely strong and saved me from having any really bad foot or leg injuries. I could have had easily a broken foot or a broken leg or two, but because the strength of this steel right here, I was saved. As you can see, it did crumple up a little bit, and that's designed to do that in case it gets hit like it was. So imagine this brake disc hitting right there, exactly what the impact happened, and you can see this thing did its job. It took the impact and it spread it away and through the whole body of the car. Now that again keeps the occupant safe, and it really did save me from breaking a leg or a foot. And I have to say thank you to Honda and the Honda engineers that did that. I was able to literally walk away from this incident. And again, it's because of this high strength steel right here. Very different to the steel they use here. This is designed to crumple. This is designed to hold up to a lot of beatings, and it did its job fairly well. Let's take you inside and show you what else Honda offers in terms of safety. So obviously, taking a look inside, this car's going to have airbags. I'm going to show you exactly what they are and how they work. So first is the steering wheel airbag, and it does its job as intended. It's super high tech. As you can see, the steering wheel airbag went off, but the passenger airbag that's under here did not. It knows that there's no passenger, so no need to deploy that airbag. It definitely deployed this airbag, and this definitely helped in getting me under control. I didn't move around too much. As you can see, the seat versus the airbag, this would have been inflated. It actually did very, very well. Now, the fact that the airbag deployed as it did, it probably saved me a lot of pain and anguish in recovering. Now, one of the things that really helps, especially when hitting a wall on the side like I did, is the curtain airbag, the side curtain airbag. This thing is pretty awesome. It covers your entire side, and what it does is it detects when the car is hit, or either the car hits something or something hits the car from that side. If that happens, a lot of times your head will go that way, and it can hit the window, or it can go out the window. Your arm can go out the window if the window's open. This deploys and completely covers you. This especially is a really cool airbag. A lot of the cars these days do have them, and a lot of that safety features include the side curtain airbag. One thing I also love seeing is an airbag in the seat. This is something that actually surprised me. I did not expect an airbag to come out of the seat like this. And when it did, it just went like here. So if you can imagine, I have a curtain, airbag right here, covers everything here. An airbag right here that covers everything here, and an airbag here. So imagine all of these inflated. I was in one big balloon right here that could have taken a huge amount of impact and still would have been okay. That's amazing engineering and amazing safety when you most need it. That's really cool that Honda does that, and I truly appreciate it. Now, one of the safety features that's not really talked about is right here in the seat. This seat held me in place as it should, and then as you can see, the seatbelt no longer has any tension. That seatbelt is done, and the reason is because it actually tightens itself to hold you in place, so that when you do crash, it'll hold you in place in the seat, because the seat is the safest place to be in any type of crash, right there. And it's part of the reason why I got injured with bruises on my rib cage, but this probably saved me from any further injuries that could have happened if this did not tighten up. Again, really cool. As you can see, I can't pull it anymore. I can't pull it this way anymore. It's completely done. Let me know what you guys think of all these safety features that Honda offers. I think it's super cool that Honda offers all these safety features even on their sports cars. You know, you never know if you're ever gonna need it. I hope you never do need it, but if you do, it's good to know that you have that available to you. All right guys, that pretty much wraps up this video. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Peace out.